Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, Tabitha Odegaard. Thanks for joining us again this week. We like to come in and have different organizations tell us about what they've got going on around the area, and we're going to have two different groups talk about some big events coming up here in the viewing area in the very near future. How you been? I had to do it last time by myself. I'm not good by myself.
I'm just teasing you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the show, and then I'm off the show.
Then,
I'm on the
so
show.
back and forth?
Back and forth. Just keep you guessing. You
All
never
right.
know when I'm going to
Well, at least you're on today.
I am on today.
Actually, I've got a rough
So
crowd.
probably next week is probably not going to be good for me.
Oh, no. So you're pre-warning me? may not be your week? Well, hopefully it will be.
Mm-hmm. How are you?
Doing good?
Golfing?
No, still can't golf. The shoulder. I had that surgery, and I went to the physician and last week and thinking maybe I could start by July 1st. And he said, come back and see me in about 5 weeks, and I'll let you know. So I guess it'll be maybe in August sometime or September before I can start playing. I'm missing some really good golfing weather. But
Yeah.
I get tired of going out there and seeing all my friends playing golf, and I'm standing over on the side.
It's like a teaser.
Yeah, it really is tough.
Are you mentally doing okay because of it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's really my
Not
only...
having a nervous breakdown, having
It's my
withdrawals
only-
from golf?
It's my only hobby.
I
really.
know, that's why I'm asking.
Well, it's just, you just deal with it. But the shoulder's getting better. Don't have the pain anymore. So
Good.
that's the important thing about it.
It is getting better.
It is getting better.
There's
So
a light at the end of the tunnel.
there hopefully is a light at the end of the tunnel. Everything going good out your way?
Slow.
The gym, I guess, slow this time of the year?
Very, very slow, and usually slow.
Really? Well, I didn't know. Of course, if people taking vacation, schools out.
Sure.
I mean, I guess it always gets a little slow, but maybe slower than normal, I guess you're saying.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not sure.
I guess you're busy at the barber shop all the time.
Oh, all the time.
Constantly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
Well,
don't
you
need
got
any more people out
one
there.
part of your job busy and the other not so busy.
Yeah, but it's like this at the gym, so it'll pick back up for sure.
I'm sure it will when it gets a little cooler. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a young man about a big event coming up right here in Harrison on Connection.
Planting a garden, decorating a patio. Need a decorative or fruit tree? Well, stop in at Camp's Plants in Harrison. At Camp's, you'll find a huge selection of heirloom tomatoes and pepper plants, beautiful hanging baskets, mixed patio pots, trees in several varieties, perennials, and much more, all at the best prices in the area. Don't forget to ask about their daily specials, too. Buy locally grown and support our local economy. Camp's Plants in Harrison.
Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine now offers you 2 orthopedic surgeons, both trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler specialize in all forms of orthopedic problems and injuries, from torn rotator cuffs to joint replacement, even sprains or broken bones. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler will see you quickly and with the highest standard of efficiency. The entire staff of Arkansas Orthopedics works to keep you moving. Call today for an appointment. Call Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler in Harrison at 741-8289.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first guest in the studio today is Matt Bell. Matt, good to see you, old buddy.
Good to be seen.
You know, I have to back that camera off real long distance to get Matt on, 6'5".
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. Fills up the chair.
Yes. It looks like a teeny tiny chair now.
How you been, Matt?
I'm doing great.
Doing good? Good. I'm glad you give me an email and talked about coming on, and hadn't seen you in a while. I know you've been a busy guy, taking on all the responsibilities.
We're talking about the convention, sir.
Convention Bureau.
Yes, sorry.
And that's okay. A lot of people don't quite understand. You're called the Harrison Convention and Visitors Bureau sometimes. Sometimes you're called the CATPC. So tell us about those two.
It's a tongue twister. So our office is governed by the CATPC, the City Advertising Tourist Promotion Commission. That commission is funded by a 1% restaurant tax. All prepared food within the city limits of Harrison, there's a 1% tax on that, as well as a 3% lodging tax. So all of your hotels, as well as the one bed and breakfast that we have here in the city of Harrison. So that 1% and 3% goes to the CATPC fund, the commission's fund. They then use those funds through the Convention and Visitors Bureau, which we have a 3-person staff. Myself as the director, Larry Sexton, who is the sales director, and then Susan Jenkins, who's our office manager and kind of go-to for all things newsletter, website.
Right.
And then we also have part-time Norma Sims, who retired from the Arkansas Welcome Center after 20-plus years up there. So with that 3.5-man crew, we collect roughly about $550,000 a year in tax income, and we use those funds to recruit additional tourist activities such as meetings and conventions. Sporting events obviously are huge, you know that, with Parks and Rec, and then other festival and activities and things that we sponsor. And our biggest promo for the past several years has been motorcycles. So we're trying to get motorcycles to come to town.
Well, you know, obviously, in fact, I've just noticed in this past weekend in Harrison, I don't know what other than it's just summertime, but there was tons of motorcycles coming through here, stopped here. I noticed some at the Hotel Seville. They were just everywhere, pulling in to get fuel, and there were not just one and two. There'd be a dozen or more in a group. And the license plates on them, you know, Kansas, Oklahoma, Illinois, you know, just states everywhere. I mean, not necessarily, there were some from Arkansas, obviously, but we get a lot of motorcycles coming through here.
It's beautiful here
along
the Buffalo River.
Yeah, and
it's gorgeous.
they like that Highway 7 going down through there, you know, scenic Highway 7. And the only problem they have to learn to do is negotiate those curves down there, because sometimes those flatlanders come in here with those big bikes, and they get into those curves a little bit too quick, and they have accidents. That's the only downside to it. But other than that, it is a good plus for us. I mean, you know, those people stay in the motels, they eat in the restaurants, and buy fuel here, and they're good for the economy, local economy.
Yeah, there's a lot of wins. I mean, like you said, the food and the hotels, but then just other, you know, shops and things.
Yep.
And it's allowed us to have things that maybe we wouldn't if we didn't have that tax base.
Right.
You know, and to grow our economy by having them here. And motorcyclists, the ones that we recruit to town, typically have, you know, quite a bit of disposable income.
Right.
You know, our you know, you were saying about the safety issues. You know, a lot of people don't pay attention to curve signs because, first of all, they don't have many curve signs in Kansas.
That's
right.
You know, there's that, and then occasionally you've got the, you know, gravel road meets the highway, and there's a little bit of chat there on the loose gravel. But the motorcycle business is huge for us, and so I don't ever talk about motorcycles without telling the listener, or in this case the viewer, to be sure and look twice for motorcycles. We've become recognized as a friendly motorcycle state, the state of Arkansas, through our marketing efforts to different clubs and organizations all over the United States. But you know, they really like the fact that when they come here, they can feel safe, because our cars, our general motorists, are now recognizing that they're going to be there. Especially, like you said, during these warmer months, there's hundreds out there all the time. So, and we love them.
Yeah, it is a, you know, we do have, you know, there's other beautiful places in the country, but to ride a motorcycle. But we do have Arkansas is kind of a laid back state anyway, particularly here in the northern part of the state. And we do have some areas where you can go for miles and not see a house, or you may see a deer, or elk, or something. But it's a good place to come and relax and enjoy. And in fact, I was talking to somebody one day, and they said a lot of these bikers, they come back every year. It's not just a one-time deal. They enjoy coming in this part of the thing. Anyway, but I'm glad you brought us up to speed on kind of what the Harrison Convention Visitor Bureau does and how you get funded. Now let's talk about
the 4th of July.
The big deal coming up, 4th of July.
Yeah, so a few years ago, as you're aware, we took over the City of Harrison fireworks show, dubbed it the Fire in the Sky. And when we took it over, we changed it from an $8,000 fireworks show, roughly, to a $20,000 fireworks show.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. There was some pushback because we had to move the location, but we had to do that because of safety concerns, not because of choice or preference or any of that. Because of the safety.
Was that the size of the fireworks? You increased those sizes?
Yeah.
Okay.
By increasing the size, which is what everybody wanted, bigger and better, we had to change locations. And, actually, there's a good chance that the size of the mortars that were going off at Lake Harrison probably didn't fall within true safety guidelines even there. Right. So, but we moved it to First National Bank Soccer Complex. And, year one, we didn't see this happening, but there was a real drought. If you'll remember a few years ago, we had a severe drought. And the cool thing about the soccer complex is those sprinklers down there. So it doesn't matter how dry it is. You turn those things on for a few hours and you've got the wettest turf, around, and you can let it rip. So
this is going to be bigger and better than ever.
Yes. So we went to 20,000, and we did that for a few years. Now this year we're going up to 25,000.
Wow.
And the idea is to keep on growing that to where we become, if you remember Firefall, I think it was up in Springfield, Missouri, which is no longer in existence, but I'm sure they do a fireworks show up there, but not to the magnitude they once did. But to kind of get to that level. So then we're really tying into tourism because a lot of people would travel for those larger fireworks shows.
Sure.
So that's kind of our tie-in. Now, really, when we took this over, it was our mission, our effort was to give back to the city of Harrison. And so $10,000 of that $25,000 this year comes straight out of the Convention and Visitors Bureau budget to say thank you. We know you eat out at our restaurants and you support our local eateries, our local mom and pop operations, and we want to thank you. And here it is. Come watch a great fireworks show, free of charge.
And it is great.
Yeah, it really is.
Is there going to be a theme this year?
We've kind of leveraged an American tradition, and it's really we want to honor those men and women that have served our country, both past, present, and future. So we've worked out with the local Boy Scout troop. They're going to post the flags. Obviously they're a great supporter of ours, and they've got a member that actually plays the trumpet. That's going to be doing some military type music down there while we're there.
Okay.
But really, it's bring your family. Have a little reunion time. Not a lot of activities. We don't mess around with the carnival type thing. There might be some games. There's going to be some competitions like the Frozen T-shirt. Not to be confused with the wet T-shirt because this is a G-rated event. Ice cream eating competition as well as a hot wing eating competition. Yugos does our hot wing eating competition, and it is brutal to see the reaction on these grown men's faces after they
I
get
want to
into
do
a
the hot
wing or
wings
two.
and then the ice cream, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Kind of chase it.
Can't
I
handle the hot
purposely
wings.
don't do it in that order. It goes frozen T-shirt, ice cream, and then hot wings because I want them to really suffer if they sign up for it.
So no music this year?
There's a chance that there's going to be one live band, but the way it works out with people coming in and then get to the band equipment on and off the stage and back to their vehicles. It just became more of a problem than it was a pro.
Gotcha.
So we've decided, and Rob McBee at 102.9 The Z has been working with us, and we may do one band.
But if not, it's not a big
but
deal.
probably just
People
going to do
there
some music
watch
playing.
The fireworks.
Yeah.
Anyway. We got a couple minutes. On Saturday morning on the square now.
Yes.
What are you doing there?
The First Federal or Bear State Bank will have their annual turtle races. I'm understanding, just as they always have. About 9 o'clock, they kick that off. Immediately following that, McDonald's will have their kids parade with tricycles, bicycles, all decorated and decked out, and kids in costume and all that fun stuff. And then the Daughters of the American Revolution will be at the gazebo doing their thing. So that's kind of it. In the morning wraps up, probably no later than 11:30 or so, and then go home, enjoy your family, and then come out for the fireworks.
Fireworks, I guess, about dusk when it gets
Yeah,
dark.
it's been about 9:30 for the past couple of years.
Sounds like a great event as always. 4th of July, celebrate the freedom of our country, and right here in Harrison you can come and $25,000 worth of fireworks right down the creek at the soccer field. Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in today, and thanks for your hard work at the Harrison Convention and Visitors Bureau. And don't forget, 4th of July right here in Harrison, down at the big soccer fields on the banks of Crooked Creek on the 4th of July. Starts about dark. Activities start in the morning with the turtles on the square as well. Be back in a moment and talk with a young lady about another big festival coming up in the area on Connection.
You know, we should always remember to have a working smoke detector where we sleep. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're all safe, we're all safe. In an emergency, you need a meeting place outside the whole family can meet, so you know everyone is safe.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back on the second half of our Connection show today, a little different twist. Tabitha Odegaard left, and we've got a whole bunch of people in the studio today, a little bit different. Nancy Atkinson and Patty Mills with us today. We're going to talk about the upcoming Buffalo River Elk Festival, but we also want to show you some young ladies that's already participated in the beauty contest there. So I guess we're going to actually let Patty, you're going to kind of introduce these ladies to us and tell us who they are and where they came from and what they did.
Okay, this is Morgan, Veronica, and Brooke, and they participated in the Newton County Elk Festival pageant June 6th, and they're our winners.
Okay, and who's
this is Morgan. She's the daughter of Brandy and Stephen Willis. She's from Jasper, and she'll be a senior next year.
Okay.
She was the very first Newton County Elk Fest. This was open to all ladies entered in the pageant that reside in or attend the Newton County School. We had a younger one who wasn't able to attend. She was Delaney Minnie Ricketts from Riddell from Jasper. She's 5 years old, daughter of Justin and Elaine Riddell. This is Veronica.
Okay.
That's Morgan.
Okay.
Veronica is 15 years old, and she is a teen Miss Buffalo River Elk Festival. She's been a past queen before, and her mother is Robin Barden.
Okay. And the one right behind you?
This is Morgan.
Okay.
She is 17. She is Brandy and Stephen Willis's daughter.
Okay.
And she'll be a senior.
Okay. You got a lot there, maybe too much going on.
Yeah.
Okay, and who's this young lady?
This is Brooke.
Brooke?
Hi, I'm Brooke Barnes, and I'm from Mountain Home, Arkansas. And my parents are Nevin and Tammy Barnes, and I'm 17 years old, and I'll be a senior at Mountain Home High School.
Very good. And you won the
Mrs.
Okay. So different categories then is
Yes.
what we've got here. Very good. Well, you all look lovely today with your crowns on. To be real still, don't let those crowns fall, okay? You could hurt somebody with those crowns there. Well, that's great. So it's I may ask you girls here, do you participate in different contests in various places? It's the first time you've participated.
I have done pageants since I was two years old, and so it's kind of like a hobby for me.
Very good.
Yeah, I've done pageants since I was a baby. My mom decided to put me in them, so I've done a lot of them until now.
I just started when I was 13.
Okay.
The Buffalo River pageant.
Very good.
2 years ago.
Well, good. Well, that's fantastic. So to be in the pageant, you don't have to live in Newton County. You can be from around the area, anywhere in the area, in the viewing area. Yes. Very good. Well, congratulations to all three of you.
Thank you.
You look great. You look good in those crowns there.
They want to thank their sponsors.
Okay. Do you have a sponsor?
Yes, I would like to thank Wood Motor Company, Jaeger Auto Salvage, Modern Parts, and Staff Bank, Rebecca Lane Formal Wear, Harps of Jasper, Jan Larson, Vicky Bartholomew, Warren Campbell, Nedra Daniels, the Junction Quick Stop, Newton County Nursing Home, Formal Affairs, Shelley Maynard, and Bob's Auto Body.
Okay, good. Now, do you all have, well, you don't want to get into that, do you? You don't have a list. I don't want to put you on the spot. That's good. You did good. That's very good. Okay, let's, well, you got girls just stand right there, and let's talk a little bit about the Buffalo River Elk Festival coming up. How many years? I guess I'll...
Ooh, 18.
18 years.
Yeah, this will be the 18th annual.
Okay, the Elk Festival itself is, I guess, sponsored, we should say. Is it sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, or is it a co-sponsor kind of
It's
thing?
sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, but it's in cooperation with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Okay.
But then we have our corporate sponsors that I would like to mention.
Okay.
Okay, it's Anstaff Bank
Okay.
of Jasper, Harp's Food Stores, Ritter Communications, CabinsInTheOzarks.net, Kubota Center of Harrison, and Ozark Mountain Trading Company.
Very good. So that's your
that's
main
our
sponsors.
That's our corporate sponsors.
Obviously,
but we have a lot.
Well, you have a lot of
Lists
sponsors.
and lists of sponsors.
We won't get into all that. The festival itself, is there any cost for people to go? Is it free of charge?
It's free of charge, but you can buy lots of things because we got lots of arts and crafts and different things down there on the square.
Okay. So it's all the activities, if I remember right, you block off the square there, and it's all right there. You still do the fishing derby for the children?
That's right.
Now, where do you do that?
It's down at Bradley Park, and there's no cost for the kids to enter that. And they win all kinds. Yeah, they have some down there to loan too, but they have all kinds of prizes for that. You know, bicycles for the biggest fish, the littlest fish, the most fish caught. There's prizes for everything, and then all of those kids' names go into a big bucket, and then there's the grand prize. That, you know, they don't have to get a fish or anything to be able to win this. And it's sponsored by the Ozark Cafe, and it is a kayak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all their names go into that
kids'
pot.
kayak.
Oh, wow. They would let me fish? I'd like to have a kayak.
Can you talk like that, baby?
Maybe I could try it. My voice may be a little too deep for that. I'm not sure. So that sounds like a lot of fun. So it is. You got a lot of things for the kids, I know. You have entertainment. Do you still have your big stage where you have music going on?
Oh, gosh, yes.
All the time?
Yeah, there's a talent show that goes on both days, and then entertainment, and way up into the night. And then on Saturday night, we have a fireworks display.
Oh, I forgot about the fireworks.
Yeah.
And the grand finale of the whole
right.
thing. Obviously, you have a lot of booths around the square there, not only vendors that have arts and crafts, but also some great food. If you're into food, man, you can pig out over there.
Oh, yes.
So you go over and have some good food. Speaking of food, let's talk about the Dutch oven cook-off.
That starts on Saturday.
Okay.
They'll start cooking at 9 o'clock. We have like 10 teams, maybe more. Some people come at the last minute. The judging will be at 1 o'clock. And then we'll serve food after that. People can buy bowls, and everybody can get a taste of what was judged.
Do you think these young ladies know what a Dutch oven would be?
Yes.
You know what a Dutch oven is?
They're from Newton County.
Well, she's from Baxter.
Oh, she's from Baxter County. The way she looks, she might not.
You know what a Dutch oven pot is?
Bean pot. Bean pot.
Well, we wasn't going to put you on the spot. I was just curious. So that's always a fun event, and people get to sample.
Yeah, they get to sample the food
good.
afterwards. Yes.
Fantastic.
And
how many participants do you normally have in the Dutch oven?
7 to 10.
Do you?
We've had up to 15. So.
Now they have to do this with the authentic type stuff, just like the old days.
Yes, they get judged on that. Some people don't, but then they don't care about.
They can't use a microwave oven to warm up.
No microwave.
We have a silent judge that walks
and
around and interacts with them.
You know, they really, if you haven't been to the Elk Festival, you need to go over there. Of course, Jasper's a neat place to go anyway. It's got a lot of tradition there, a lot of history. But you can go over there, and all these. We have so many people in the viewing area, in our 6-county viewing area, that are very talented. So you'll see a lot of paintings, sculptures, and all types of arts and crafts that you can purchase, very reasonable prices. But it's just kind of nice to see all the talent that we have that comes in for that event. we have a lot of crafts people coming in there.
Oh yes, definitely.
It's a big deal. Okay, let's talk. Did you have something else?
We have the elk permit drawings.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Okay, and then we have the elk calling contest.
Yeah.
The elk permit, you can register all day, both day, Friday and Saturday, I think. And then they'll do the, at 2 o'clock, they'll do the permit drawings. And then they have the elk calling contest. And that's state championship elk calling contest, Arkansas State.
That's now. When is the elk calling contest? Is that
that's
Saturday?
Starts at 1 o'clock
on Saturday. Yeah, that's I've been over there. When I tell you what's amazing, some of the little kids get on there and they do a pretty good job.
Yes,
they can outdo the older people sometimes. I mean, it's a very good competition.
It looks like they'll do drawings for the permits every hour.
Oh, is that
yeah,
what
that starts at noon on
Saturday. How many permits do
they have? 23.
23.
But those are the ones that they can sign up for before the Elk Festival. And then there's 3 that they have to sign up for at the Elk Festival.
Okay.
And those, they start at 1 o'clock and they draw for the 23.
Okay.
From 1 to 4. And then at 5 o'clock, they draw for the ones that they've signed up for at the Elk Festival.
Okay.
And you talk about a crowd.
Oh, I've been there.
We have
when
to have
they
traffic
did
control whenever that's over.
It's great.
Just to walk through.
I didn't realize that many people wanted to hunt an elk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like to go over and take a picture of them every once in a while. They're standing up there in the river valley, but that is a big thing.
Oh, definitely.
It's got to be a big deal. What did we miss anything on activities? We've got a couple minutes left.
Just entertainment. We've got some really good entertainment coming in. Not only the talent show, which goes on both days, but then Whistling Dixie's going to be playing Saturday night. Just Us is going to be playing on Friday night. And then Little Buffalo River Band is going to be Saturday evening, you know. Nighthawk is going to be Friday evening. And then we've got Doug Scallion, who is Mr. Entertainment, that plays in between the groups on both nights.
That's fantastic.
And then we've got
pie competition.
Pie eating competition. Yeah. You got so much stuff you can't even remember it all.
But we've also got Donald Payne.
Okay.
And Donald is, man, whenever he gets up there on that microwave and he starts doing a train coming through, by the time he gets done, you feel like there's a train coming through.
Well, that's good. So lots of obviously lots of entertainment, lots of great food, activities of all kinds. And I'm assuming the young ladies will be walking around over there. Do you have to wear your crowns?
Yes, we will be out to all the festivals, and we'll be handing out like all the prizes for the elk contest.
Nice.
And they'll be drawn for the elk.
So you'll be doing the drawings and stuff. They get you. Oh, that's nice. You have to keep the crowns on the whole time.
Part of the job.
That's part of the job. You won it, you got to keep it on, right? I like that. We're certainly glad that you young ladies, congratulations for your wins in your different categories. Thanks for coming and being on. And Patty and Nancy, thank you for coming and being a part of our show here today. And we hope you have a record crowd for this year's 18th annual Buffalo River Elk Festival, right on the square in downtown Jasper, Arkansas. If you haven't been, you're missing it. Need to go over there. These young ladies will be there. There'll be tons of people over there. Great entertainment. And if you're interested in getting an elk, put your name in the hat and you might be a winner. Thanks for joining us on Connection today. We hope we brought some information to you once again. We'll see you again next week.
Books are an important part of your life, and when you go to Books on the Square, you'll find books that will not only be informative, but books that will take you away. Books on the Square now has 2 locations on the south side of the Harrison Square. Books on the Square carries fiction books, books on CD, lots of westerns, and books full of mystery. Books on the Square, too, next to Deb's Frames and Things, has your nonfiction favorites, religious, historical, and even cookbooks. Take a stroll down the south side of the square